CVA just released the new Paramount HTR, and this is everything you need to know. The Paramount HTR is CVA's latest in their precision muzzleloading line. It's available in a 40 and a 45 caliber. Much like the Paramount Pro that we talked about last year, the Paramount HTR also features a free floating barrel. The barrel is 26 inches long and features a 3 1/4 by 20 inch thread on the end. The twist rate is 1 in 20 for the 40 caliber and 1 in 22 for the 45 caliber. It's got the nitride treated stainless steel barrel. It weighs 9.6 pounds here. Now this is before you put any optics on it. This is just the muzzleloader as it comes to you. CVA recommends Power Belt ELR bullets. It comes with a Veriflame breech plug, an adjustable cheek rest, which is really nice to see. You're seeing that being more of a standard now as you get into these precision custom hunting muzzleloaders and hunting modern rifles as well. Internally, it features an aluminum chassis, and just like the Paramount Pro, you're getting the carbon fiber collapsing ramrod. And with this, I think after some of the complaints about the collapsing ramrod that came with the Paramount Pro, you're going to be getting a one-piece solid aluminum range rod. This is neat. It's giving you an option away from that folding carbon fiber, but I think it might also be a nod to some of the competitive muzzleloaders that are out there looking to maybe not start with a custom muzzleloader, but get into something they can go order online or pick up off the shelf somewhere and get into some precision muzzleloading. So I really like seeing that from CVA. It's a nice nod to the competitive muzzleloaders out there. Comes with a mole pouch to store your carbon fiber ramrod, so it makes it a little easier to not lose that. I know I saw a lot of slings and vest pockets made for or used, I guess, for that collapsing ramrod, so it's nice to see they're giving you an option out of the box with this one. You're going to get a Veriflame and priming kit, a Quake Claw flush cup sling, lifetime warranty, and the scope is not included, so it can be seen as a little bit of a drawback that the scope doesn't come with it, but for any of us out there that are a little picky about our optics and about our glass, it's really nice to have that option and not have a scope that you're not interested in that you've then got to find a place to sell or find a buddy that needs one. You can just right out the gate order the scope that you want, know it's going to go on the muzzleloader, and get going. You don't have to fumble with anything. Okay, so let's get away a little bit from the physical specs and talk about some of the load, shooting, velocity, those specs, so we can really get into the meat of this thing. The Paramount HTR is designed to handle super magnum loads of Blackhorn 209. So previously the Paramount Pro was designed to handle 150 grains by volume of Blackhorn 209. The Paramount HTR, in contrast, is able to hold these super magnum loads of Blackhorn 209. That's 170 grains by volume, 119 grains by weight. CVA says that this means the Paramount HTR is going to be able to give us muzzle velocities from a muzzleloader comparable to those of a modern centerfire rifle, which is pretty neat. You don't see those kind of thoughts in muzzleloading really until you get into some of the smokeless stuff, but as far as what we handle here in doing Blackhorn 209 and traditional black powder, this is pretty exciting. With that super magnum 170 grains by volume load of Blackhorn 209, the 40 caliber Paramount HTR is able to reach muzzle velocities of 2,850 feet per second, which is nuts. The 45 caliber version is going to reach 2,475 feet per second. This means that the HTR 40 caliber is comparable to a 300 Win Mag, and the 45 caliber HTR is comparable to a 308 for modern comparisons here. When it comes to speed, it might be considered easy to push that envelope with such a heavy load of Blackhorn 209, but CVA has put this muzzleloader to the test and has actually shared a target shot by CVA Pro staffer Bubba Lowry at 500 yards with a crosswind, and the results are awesome. I mean, this thing has a 3-inch group at 500 yards in wind, and this is using the Paramount HTR 40 caliber. 10 to 12 mile an hour wind, you know, that's, depending on where you're at, that might be considered a rough wind, but for a lot of times when you're out in the field, you really can't count on a real no wind situation, and seeing this 40 caliber Paramount HTR being able to punch through that wind a little bit and give us sub MOA accuracy at 500 yards for a muzzleloader is super neat. I think precision muzzleloading as a sport and the use of precision muzzleloaders in hunting across the country and really across the world now once things kind of open up and we can start traveling overseas a little bit. I think the precision muzzleloaders are just going to keep growing, and seeing CVA come out again with another yearly release here of another in their Paramount line, it's really exciting to see them supporting the community, supporting the sport, and supporting muzzleloading hunters out there who are serious about taking a muzzleloader to its absolute limits. So how is the HTR different than the Paramount that you might have sitting in your safe? For one, it's a little bit lighter. They've heard some of the discussion topics on how heavy the Paramount and the Paramount Pro are, and they've slimmed this one down. It comes in at 9.6 pounds, which I think for anybody lugging this through the mountains is going to be a real nice change. It's going to be a little lighter. It's got the new Realtree Hillside camo on it, and with that adjustable cheek rest, it's going to be paired well with any scope that is your personal preference. So all around, I think it's an exciting release. We didn't really see anything in terms of muzzleloaders when it came from the online SHOT Show that was 2021, so it's neat to see CVA come in the Monday after the SHOT Show, drop this news, drop this new muzzleloader. They've been teasing the Bullet, the new 40 caliber power belt ELR, online for a little bit now. They've been releasing some statistics about where the 40 caliber can be used. So it's nice to finally see this new muzzleloader out. I'm excited to see it starting to come into stores and get into people's hands. We're going to try to be getting a hold of one as soon as we can and take it down to the range and see what we can do with it at 500 yards. It's a new year and it's getting warmer here in Indiana, so we're planning on our spring and summer video shoots right now. If there's a muzzleloader that you'd like us to review, especially on the inline side of things, we have some traditional stuff already in the works. If you're interested in these inline muzzleloaders and you are looking for some more news or want to know what we think about them, leave them in the comments below and we're going to try to pick up a few and get them out to the range, do some testing, do some videos on them, and show you what these are about. So if you want us to review this Paramount HTR, let us know in the comments and we're going to pick one up as soon as we can. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. We're going to be coming to you as soon as we hear about any new muzzleloading news. The Paramount HTR was just announced a few minutes ago at lunchtime. Scarfed down my lunch, got everything set up, got in here and started reading through everything. So if you like this kind of information, please let us know in the comments. And if there's something else you want us to cover from the world of muzzleloading, please leave it down there as well. I pay a lot of attention to all the forums and all the comments on everything, and we're trying to give everybody what they want when it comes to muzzleloading news. So let us know in the comments, and we'll catch you next time.
Hey, we'll be there. We drove up here.